This is high school basketball.
Here comes Potter. 3, 2. He's got to get it off. I don't know if he's got it off. He got it.
He'll end up right back into Dixon's hand. Dixon will find Martin on the three-point line, and Martin will hit it and tie the game. Adam Reek for the coach of Blue are trying to pump up his team as they trail by 11.
And with 3 minutes left here in the first, Snowflake's got a 1-point lead and the basketball. Crosby knocks down a 3.
High school basketball is presented by Sholo Ford on iTalk 1067 and online at iTalk1067.com. Produced by White Mountain Youth Productions in cooperation with iTalk 1067 FM. High school basketball is also brought to you in part by Northland Pioneer College, Ace Hardware of the White Mountains, Black Diamond Auto Glass, Sunrise Park Resort, Honda Outdoor Ski and Sports Store, Deemer's Glass, Beeler Orthodontics, Summit Regional Medical Center, Octopus Car Wash, Native Grill and Wings, and Mountain Mobile Auto Glass. And now, Sholo Ford presents high school basketball.
Welcome to Sholo High School. Mike Granillo here, courtside with Punt Cooley to bring you the iTalk 106.7 Game of the Week. Tonight, it's the Sholo Cougars hosting the Snowflake Lobos for senior night here at Sholo High School, and we're down to just the final 2 games of the season for all these teams, Punt, and a lot riding on this one, which we will discuss later. So it has all the makings for a fine matchup tonight.
Well, absolutely. You know, Snowflake and Sholo, of course, rivals in most sports, and basketball certainly no different. Both of these teams have seen each other earlier in the season, but as you say, extra motivation perhaps tonight for the Sholo Cougars with it being their senior night. You know, both teams will play an up-tempo game. They will like to run, and they have the athletes to do it. I think the big key for really either of these teams is, you know, I think bench play is probably going to certainly factor in for both clubs tonight, with the tempo being what we at least expect it to be is in terms of being an up-tempo game.
No doubt. Snowflake used their bench a little bit more than Sholo. And coming into tonight's contest, Punt, as we look at the state seedings, the Sholo Cougars have a number 6 seeding right now in the state. Their AIA record is 11-4, while the Snowflake Lobos having a bit of a down, perhaps a rebuilding year. They're at 6-10 and ranked number 18, so just outside that top 16. A win here tonight could bump them up.
Most definitely bump them up, and Sholo, of course, you know, with the seed that they have heading into the last couple of games, as you say, to end the season, and also, of course, being at home and being senior night, you know, this is a game they'll definitely want to have.
All right, so that's going to do it here for our pregame show. I want to thank and welcome in those who are listening to the girls' coverage. Tonight it's the boys, the Sholo Cougars, and the Snowflake Lobos. Starting lineups coming up right after these messages on iTalk 106.7 and on the web at iTalk1067.com.
When you think glass, think Deemer's Glass in Lakeside. Deemer's Glass offers the best selection of quality glass with affordable prices. They do full home window packages, replacement windows, custom shower doors and enclosures, custom mirrors in many shapes, styles, and colors, glass doors and hardware, commercial glass for buildings and offices, skylights, screens, fire-rated glass for your fireplace or stove, window film, and more. Visit Deemer's Glass today on Porter Mountain Road in Lakeside or call 1-888-GLASSMAN.
Restrictions apply. See dealer for details.
Welcome back to Sholo High School. We're just moments away from the starting lineups for tonight's contest. We want to finish up our thoughts on the rankings here as the Sholo Cougars sitting at number 2 in the rankings in the region, at 5-2 in the region, just behind Blue Ridge. And the Snowflake Lobos sitting right now at number 4 out of 6 teams. As lot of as you mentioned, maybe the rivalry might be more important than the standings. Snowflake on the outside looking in, but the rivalry helps to give them something to play for.
Absolutely, and Snowflake with the tradition they've had, state champions, a couple of years ago, I think. They're definitely not going to be backing down by any means. This is an important game for them.
As we now get set for the starting lineup for Snowflake.
Number 3, Coy Kelly. Number 10, Tanner Willis. Number 11, Garson Hatch. Number 22, Trey Schneider. Lobos are coached by Andrew. And now, ladies and gentlemen, starting lineup for your Shogo Cougars. Number 1, Rick Reisdorf. Number 2, Jake Tate. Number 10, Xavier Vargas. Number 12, Garrett Lynn. Number 20, Trent Williams. The Cougars are coached by Greg Packer. Officials for this contest, Paul Hancock and Kelly Cable.
That's going to do it here for our starting lineups. When we come back, jump ball here at Sholo High School. You are listening to Sholo Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk 106.7 and on the web at iTalk1067.com.
You've been there, waiting forever at the gas station for the guy to free up so he can fill up your propane tank. Or worse, when the only qualified propane technician decided to stay home that day. Yep, you've been there and I have too. That's why now I get my propane from Ace Hardware every time. You get Ace Hardware's world-famous customer service when you stop in for propane. That's right, you get in, you get out, and you get a great deal on propane and everything else. From Ace Hardware at their locations in Pine Top and Heber. Ace Hardware is proud to support White Mountain Sports.
It's easy to see why the Ford F-150 is the #1 selling truck in America. For more than 40 years, no other truck has even come close. And Sholo Ford is hands down the best place to buy your next vehicle. Just take a look at Guy Hatch's promise. He won't be beat on any deal on any new Ford in the state of Arizona. And on top of that, you'll get a lifetime engine warranty. Go to SholoFord.com or visit them on the east end of the Deuce. Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details.
As we wrap up the national anthem here at Sholo High School, we are set for action, varsity boys style, here between the Snowflake Lobos and the Sholo Cougars. It's senior night, and we'll see how that plays a part in tonight's contest. Punt, Mike Granillo here with Punt Cooley, and we are set to tip. Once again, the starters for the Cougars tonight: Rhett Reisdorf, Jake Tate, Xavier Vargas, Garrett Wynn, and Trent Williams. For the Lobos tonight, it's Trey Schneider, the man in the middle, Garson Hatch, Mason Willis, Tanner Willis, and Coy Kelly. And Punt, something to look for tonight, as Coach Wood has talked about all season with his inexperience, is the turnover battle. They have not done so well in big games. They've turned the ball over quite a bit, leading to opponent buckets.
Right, and it's unique to see the Lobos in a situation like that. With prior teams, that's always been something they had an advantage of, so it's certainly going to be a key tonight for them.
And the tip is up, and it's controlled by the Lobos. Mason Willis will bring it across half court, get it to Hatch. Hatch working against Williams, top of the key. Get it to Tanner Willis. Bring it back to Hatch as the Sholo Cougars go zone. Hatch tries to penetrate, has to kick it to Willis. Willis penetrates, he's cut off. As actually the Cougars are in man-to-man. Excuse me, they're just doing a good job of help. Lobos trying to penetrate. Willis kicks it out to Kelly. Nothing doing. As the Lobos continue to be patient, get it back to Tanner Willis. Kick it out to Hatch. Not looking at the three, so they go to Willis in the corner. No good on the three attempt, but there's Trey Schneider with the rebound. The put back from 8 feet. No good. Garson Hatch, rebound. Kick it out. Coy Kelly from three. Got it.
Just great ball movement by the Lobos. Very patient with their passing. And the way they attacked the basket that time, and of course getting those offensive rebounds is also huge, enabling them to convert on their first possession.
Cougars will take their first time offensively, get it to Wynn in the corner, kick it out to Tate. Now the Cougars will swing it around. Williams back to Wynn as they've opened up the floor against this man-to-man defense of the Lobos. Vargas back to Williams. He gets a seam, penetrates to the basket with the left hand, cannot get the roll. Battle for the rebound, corralled by Schneider.
That's a great job by Williams attacking the basket, had a narrow lane, but went ahead and took it. Good aggressive play early by the Cougars.
Lobos coming right back, it's Hatch. Kick it to Willis, that's Mason Willis. Tanner up top, he penetrates. Kelly, the sharpshooter, has hit his first as Lobos swing it around right side. Willis thought about it, penetrates. Reisdorf gets his hand in there though. Here's Schneider from about 6 feet away against Wynn, no good, and Wynn gets the rebound.
Good defense by the Cougars.
Oh, and nobody home to guard Reisdorf, and Vargas finds his senior teammate underneath wide open for two.
Well, good job by Reisdorf beating the Lobos down the floor, and an even better pass to find him wide open underneath.
So Lobos will work again. Under 6 minutes to go here, 3-2 our score. The Lobos on top. Kelly thought about the three, now has to kick it out. Long pass to Mason Willis. He penetrates, gets inside. Kick it back to Coy Kelly, opposite wing, corner, no good. Garson Hatch though there with the rebound.
Nice.
He makes a nice pass inside to Trey Schneider, who lays it up off the window for two.
Beautiful pass by Garson Hatch. It cuts down the lane and finds Schneider wide open on that left side. Just outstanding execution.
In the first 3 minutes of this one, the Lobos able to take care of the ball. Cougars running offense. Vargas has it top of the key. Swing it down to Tate, right corner. Back up top to Vargas, working against Garson Hatch. Up top to Reisdorf. He will penetrate, cut off by Tanner Willis. Now it's Williams. He gets into the lane again. He goes right hand. It's blocked out of bounds. Trey Schneider. Trey Schneider awfully fired up before this one, and he's made his presence felt so far.
Great job by Schneider protecting the paint. A good move by Williams, but even better defense by Schneider to come over on the help side.
Swing it around. They give Williams a wide open look. Ooh, front of the iron, no good. And Schneider with his second rebound. Here comes Garson Hatch. He'll pull it out. Inner corner, Kelly, swing it around to Mason Willis. Goes up over the top to Schneider, batted around, but the Lobos retain possession. Mason Willis, he gets an open look at the three, in and out and back in. He got the second three-pointer of the night for the Lobos.
Those are big buckets, obviously, by the Lobos. If they can establish that perimeter shooting game, it's going to really cause troubles for the Cougars defensively.
8-2 lead for the Lobos, and now a whistle and a foul. This one's going to go against Mason Willis on the blocking foul, first team foul. As early substitutions, Wood and Kay come into the lineup. That will replace Coy Kelly, Chapman in there as well for the Lobos. Lobos get it, Cougars get it in. They get Williams, had a look at the three, gave it up. They get it back up here to Tate, to Williams.
You see Snowflake in that zone defense now.
And Reisdorf knocks it down at the free throw line for his first 2 points of the night. Sorry, second basket of the night. Lobos coming right back, and it's stolen away by Reisdorf. He gets it to Vargas. Vargas, one down the beat. It's Kay. He goes off the window, right hand, good.
Great job by, Mike. Great job by Vargas, just continuing to attack the basket despite the pressure.
There's another turnover by the Lobos. It's up ahead to Williams. Williams initiates the contact, but he's going to get the whistle on the foul. I think Garson Hatch might have been right on that one, but nonetheless, it'll go against Hatch. It's going to be the second team foul, and Trent Williams will step to the line for two. Williams first is up, rattles around and good. 3:29 to go, first quarter, 7-8 the score. Lobos still on top. I don't have a number 12 on my roster, and that could be a problem for the Lobos, as I copied it out of the official book. So Zach Solomon is into the lineup. I believe it's Dylan Irving in the lineup. And he's listed as number 13 in the book, but unfortunately he's wearing number 12.
So they're gonna have to tee him up here.
Yep. Yep. So Trent Williams will get to shoot his second free throw.
Yeah, they had it in the book, as you say, Mike, as number 13. We can hear the ref talking with Coach Wood right now when it should have been 12. So it's just a simple error, but leads to the technical.
So Trent Williams made the second of his free throws, and now Tate will get a chance at the technical free throws. First one is up and good. That's a tough break for the Lobos. They had a big lead. The Cougars in the last 2 minutes have really cut into it as Tate misses the second, but it will give the Cougars, their first lead of the night. 9-8 here with 3:29 to go first quarter. So the Cougars get it into Vargas. He will key the offense from the top of the key. Wants to get it inside to Reisdorf. They have to swing it back out to Tate, right angle right. Vargas inside to Reisdorf. A lot of contact.
Nice.
Inside to Win. Lay it up and good. Easy bucket for
great pass by Reisdorf, and a better cut by Win against that defensive pressure. Finds him wide open.
Dylan Kay turns it over. Irving. It's Tate with the ball, and it gets knocked out of bounds. Solomon saved the layup, but it'll be Cougar ball. So when things were working well for the Lobos, everything worked, and now nothing seems to be working.
Snowflake now moving back into a man defense.
Reisdorf at the elbow, pulls up from there on a screen from Wynn, and he knocks it down. He's 3 for 3 from the field with 6 points.
Good ball screen by Wynn to open up Reisdorf with that nice jumper.
Garrett Wood swings it out to Irving for 3, no good. But Wood tracks down the rebound, gets loose underneath, goes off the baseline, good. Count it, no. Wave off the basket. They're going to call it on the floor. Before that, this one's going to go against Wynn, his first.
Yeah, they're going to call the blocking foul against Sholo, but a nice move by Wood to be aggressive going to the basket.
Now throw it up to Wood, and he can't handle it, and Vargas comes away with the steal. Cougars going the other way, leading 13-8, 2:27, I think, to go. We got to talk to the athletic directors in our region on the scoreboard issues. Vargas penetrates, kicked it out to Reisdorf, thought about the 3. Now get it to Win. He'll try it from 10, and he'll knock it down.
That's good ball movement by the Cougars, bringing the defense up and finding the open man with some good passing.
Chapman right back the other way, knocks it down from 12 feet as he penetrated against Reisdorf. Cougars will come back with under 2 minutes to go. Vargas gets a screen from Wynn, gets to the basket. Thought about going up, but Garrett Wood is going to foul him as the pump fake got Wood up in the air. So that'll be Wood's first, 3rd team foul for the Lobos. 4th. Did I miss one?
So again, Coach Wood doing a lot of substitutions here, trying to keep his guys fresh.
As Mason Willis comes back in, they get it to Williams in the corner. He can't get away for the shot. So Vargas will go inside to Reisdorf. Now go back to Williams for 3. Looks short, it is. And the rebound by Schneider. Schneider up to Zolomon. He can't handle it. Turnover Lobos. Vargas working against Schneider. Goes into the body. No good. But Vargas gets his own rebound. Reisdorf to Williams. Angle right. Williams gets more penetration. And it's knocked away by Schneider once more. Chapman with the rebound, and then Chapman throws it out of bounds.
A good defense by Snowflake on that possession inside in the paint, just really being tough inside. And then they try to get going on the transition and just got a little ahead of themselves and create their own turnover.
Well, Chapman exits the game. Coy Kelly back in. And Garson Hatch in for the Lobos as well. So Reisdorf will have it up top. Get it to Williams. Williams dribbles it over angle right, and the Cougars want to reset the offense. Vargas will do so. Under a minute to go. 15-10, the lead for the Cougars. Vargas stuck. It gets bailed out by Reisdorf. As the Cougars look like they're going to just be patient to run out a lot of clock now that they have the lead. They keep working it. Vargas with the dribble. Angle left. Wants a clear out. Reisdorf. Cut off on the dribble by Kay, excuse me. And they get it to Williams. Back to Reisdorf. Williams looked like he got away with a travel. Vargas, he'll penetrate. Has nowhere to go. Has to kick to Williams. Out to Reisdorf. 17 seconds. The Cougars have run almost a minute of clock. Here in the first quarter, we're down to 10 seconds. Here's the screen from Wynn. Vargas throws it up to Reisdorf. Nice. Underneath. Got it. Got Reisdorf to end the quarter. 2 seconds. One. Mason Willis almost got the three, but it comes up empty. And so after the first quarter, the Cougars 17, the Lobos 10. This is Show Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk 106.7 and on the web at iTalk1067.com.
Summit Healthcare Regional Medical Center is a proud supporter of high school sports. Many of our local sports players were born at the hospital, where Summit Obstetrics offers comfortable individual rooms for mom and baby. In case of a sports injury, the hospital ER is always staffed and prepared to take on the most serious injuries, and Summit features an advanced diagnostics department with state-of-the-art equipment. The Summit Healthcare orthopedic and therapy teams can help sports players overcome injuries and return to the game. Summit Healthcare Regional Medical Center wishes all players a successful and healthy season this year.
Back to Show High School. Show Ford's presentation of the game of the week here on iTalk. And Bud, you had some thoughts as we ended that quarter. We got cut off by the end of the quarter. But credit to the Cougars for being down by 6, now taking a 7-point lead.
Well, you know, they've just been patient offensively. You know, this Snowflake defense is very mobile. These guys are quick. And, you know, to be patient like they were, Sholo just doing a good job. We saw them take really high percentage shots and get some good conversions.
And now the Cougars turn it over. Haven't had too many tonight, but they turn it over. As the Lobos will bring it across half court. Get it inside Schneider. Nice cut by Hatch. Ooh, cannot finish though. And it's Williams with the rebound for the Cougars. Good design play coming out of the timeout, and here comes the Lobo half-court trap. Vargas to Wynn. Haven't seen Wynn play this deep into a first half in quite a while. Reisdorf splits the double team intended for Wynn, and it's going to say out of bounds as Tanner Willis got his hands on it. It'll be Cougar ball.
Well, a good idea by Reisdorf and a good cut by Wynn to try to get the ball there, but again, just quick defense by the Lobos denying that passing lane.
As we're now ready for play. Second quarter opening paragraph. Reisdorf, he'll try a three, no good, short. But there's Wynn with the rebound, but no, they're going to say he went over the top of Garson Hatch. And that's going to be the second on Wynn and the second team. So we'll see if he stays in the game here. As the Lobos run offense, Schneider has it, kick it. Tanner Willis penetrates, goes up, can't hit it. Schneider tried to follow, he could not do so. And now we're going to get a whistle and a foul. This one's going to go against Trey Schneider. So credit Wynn for sticking in there and getting the rebound. He will now exit the game as Jonigan comes in. Jonigan looking as the trap comes. They get out of it. Get it to Tate in the corner. Here comes another trap. They get it to Williams. Lobos almost get a steal. Oh, inside it goes. Instead it goes inside, but it's stolen away by Schneider. Here come the Lobos. Get it to Willis. Off the front of the rim. No good, but he's going to be fouled. Even when the Lobos run and have the break, they get a little out of control. But they'll take the foul against Vargas.
They do push the ball down quickly, do the Lobos, and as you say, just a little bit out of sync on their passing, but nevertheless, at least they get to go the free throw line here to try to pick up some points.
And Mason Willis cannot hit, the first of his 2 free throws. Irving will come back into lineup, replacing Coy Kelly. As Mason Willis will get his second free throw. Up, no good. Big rebound by Reisdorf as he pulls it down for the Cougars. 6:30 to go here, second quarter. That is the second quarter as they try to hit a cutting Vargas. Another turnover. Tate lost, made a bad pass. Here comes Mason Willis all the way to the bucket. No foul.
Oh, man.
And no basket.
Contact.
Reisdorf with the rebound. Schneider hit the deck. Here comes Tate, and he loses it again. Nope, but they're going to say that Irving was out of bounds. So Tate kind of gets bailed out. Tate's had a couple of errant passes here in this first half. Coach Wood pleading his case as the Cougars inbound it. Vargas gets inside, get it to Reisdorf. Underneath the basket, Reisdorf gets another. He leads all scorers with 10 points.
That's just good work between the two of those players, you know, with the penetration from Vargas and then Reisdorf just finding space on that baseline.
Lobos will go to work against the man-to-man defense of the Cougars. Mason Willis will try a long 3, no good. Long rebound though, and Irving tracks it down. Lobos will get another shot with 5:36 to go here, second quarter. 19-10, the Cougars on top. Swing it across, Hatch will have it now up top. They go left side. Willis penetrates, cannot get in. Jonigan does a great job defensively, get it to Schneider. He's thinking about the 3. Now has to swing it, they get it in the corner to Irving. Irving, he gets loose. Goes up, off the window, cannot hit, but there's Schneider with the rebound, and he misses. Reisdorf with another rebound. Some big rebounds in this second quarter for Rhett Reisdorf. As he has it, they go across to Jonigan, excuse me. Vargas, he wants a 3. No, get into Reisdorf, wide open again. And that's, Vargas has found Reisdorf wide open many times.
Well, and Reisdorf, just as you say, wide open underneath. Coach Wood not happy with his defense right now.
Lobos try to answer it. Schneider straight away, 3, no good. Jonigan with the rebound. Boy, the Lobos sure go after that ball. But they've come up empty here quite a few times. They're trying to trap in the corner, but they get it, the Cougars get it to Reisdorf up top. Swing it to Tate. Angle left, back to Reisdorf. Williams to Vargas, and Vargas, they're going to say he traveled. Tough call against Vargas. As we get almost wholesale substitutions for the Lobos, Irving stays in, and he'll be joined by Chapman, Solomon, Wood, and Kay. Solomon has it, goes in the corner to Kay. Kay gets inside, he goes up from 3 and knocks it down.
Nice basic little move there by Kay, but a good job of finding open space in the key with a nice floater. Those are big points there for the Lobos. They've been in a scoring drought here for a little bit.
Get it across the half-court stripe to Tate, up top to Reisdorf. Oh, he makes a fake. Reisdorf does, but he cannot hit from 8, and Irving with the rebound. And now a foul. I think Reisdorf may have gotten away with that a few times, but they whistle him here for his first. (21-12) the score, 3:41 to go here, second quarter. In the second quarter, Chapman penetrates hard. Kick it in the corner to Irving. Back to Chapman. He penetrates, goes up against Jonigan. They're going to whistle and call a foul on Jonigan. Chapman doing a good job of initiating contact. Jonigan picks up the foul, 15th foul for the Cougars. So Chapman will have a step to the line for 2. Chapman's first free throw is good. Boy, definitely. Chapman will have definitely a contrasting style here tonight. We see the Cougars very methodical, slowing things down, and the Lobos just want to run.
Well, and you can see Coach Wood keeping his 5 fresh. He's doing a lot of substitutions.
Wofford into the contest. He pulls up from 7 short off the rebound, and Solomon, he gets the rebound, throws it up ahead to Chapman, but it's a turnover. And it's perhaps that pace getting the better of the Lobos right now. Cougars will have it working against the half-court trap. Little 1-3-1. Vargas to Reisdorf. Reisdorf pretty sneaky. They leave him open again from 10, no good. Irving with another rebound. That's 2 wide open ones that he has missed. And here come the Lobos. Chapman in the corner to the cheerleaders.
Another big turnover there for the empty possession for the Lobos. As you say, Mike, their tempo, they're definitely trying to push the tempo of this game. Unfortunately, on that occasion, leading to a turnover. Something they need to be careful of, being down in this game.
Taden Flake checks in for the Lobos. And there's a travel. Vargas turns it over. Had a good idea, but turns it over. Lobo ball.
And again, credit that Lobo pressure and that zone trap defense leading to the turnover.
They go inside to Wood. He works against double team. It's going to be knocked out of bounds. They knocked that out of Wood's hand, but it'll be Lobo ball. Chapman will trigger the out-of-bounds pass as Lobos stack it up. Back in the corner to Flake. Swing it up top to Kay, around the horn to Irving. Back to Kay. Chapman, he'll pull up just inside the three-point line, and he'll knock it down.
Nice movement by the Lobos, just good perimeter passing with some good movement, leading to a nice open jumper.
And the Cougars had a pretty big lead, but that has dissipated. Now another turnover for the Cougars as the trap is working, and the lead is only 5 for the Cougars.
Well, that half-court zone trap, Diamond 1 or whatever the configuration is for the Lobos has been effective in these last few possessions in terms of getting turnovers.
2:05 to go here, second quarter. 21-16 the score, the Cougars on top. Lobos are clawing their way back in, and Chapman will try a long 3, short off the front of the rim, but there's Kay with the rebound. He'll put it up and in. Whistle and a foul. And he will go to the line as Jonigan picks up his second, 16th foul.
Well, as you say, the Lobos with that aggressive play, credit Kay inside, just being really aggressive inside, being persistent in the paint, ends up getting the rebound, goes up to get the 2. See if he can swing this into a 3-point play here.
Cut the lead to 2 if he can knock it down with 1:53 to go here, second quarter. It's up, it's bounced around, no, and Reisdorf with the rebound. He's had a lot of them here in this first half. So Vargas working against the trap, comes up and he gets by the pressure. As a matter of fact, Taden Flake is going to be whistled for the foul, his first. I think that's only the 15th foul. I think they called a team foul on the technical, and they shouldn't have. Nonetheless, Cougar ball. Vargas will get the offense going. Reisdorf to Wofford. Wofford pulls up on the floater from in and out, no good. And Schneider with the rebound. Lobos coming the other way, minute 30 to go here in the first half. Working against pressure, and Dylan Kay saves another turnover. Flake back to Kay. Penetrating against Jonigan, back out to Mason Willis for 3, no good, long. And Vargas will have the rebound this time. 21-18, it's a 3-point game. Cougars will come up across the half-court line with Reisdorf. Reisdorf gets inside to Wofford. Back to John again as Wofford has it in the corner. He gets inside, kick it to Vargas.
Nice
Looked
fake.
like he traveled, got away with it. Fly-footer, no good. And Schneider with another rebound. Lobos. Chapman inside the three-point line, angle right. He gets another one. Chapman started to heat up with his second bucket of the night, third bucket of the night, excuse me.
Well, he's shooting with confidence now is Chapman. Last few shots we've seen him take, he's going up strong.
Jonigan stolen away. Flake. Pass intended for Wofford. Here come the Lobos. Mason Willis. Floater at the front of the rim. Good. And all of a sudden, the Lobos have retaken the lead here. 22-21 with 22 seconds to go first half. Tate to Vargas. Down to 15 seconds. Vargas working against Kay. Get it to Reisdorf. Probably who they want the ball in his hands. Tate left open for a three, in and out, no good. Schneider with the rebound, 5 seconds. Mason Willis up ahead to Chapman. Pulls up, over Reisdorf, no good. And that will do it for the first half. Our score, the Snowflake Lobos 22, the Show-Low Cougars 21. You are listening to Show-Low Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk 106.7 and on the web at iTalk1067.com.
Orthodontist Dr. Joshua Beeler has been providing family-friendly orthodontics in Show Low and the entire White Mountains since 2006. If you need braces, stop in and see the friendly folks at Beeler Orthodontics and meet their professional staff. Dr. Beeler and his team have the latest in orthodontics technology, and they work with each patient individually to custom tailor the most effective treatment plan for the best results. Beeler Orthodontics is a proud sponsor of high school sports. Beeler Orthodontics, live to smile, love your smile.
In today's challenging economy, having a college education is a must. Northland Pioneer College is here to help you prepare for your future. NPC is committed to providing you with the highest quality education with the lowest tuition cost in the state. We offer a variety of advanced learning classes to prepare you for a transfer or associate's degree, personal interest education, or earning your GED.
Contact an academic advisor for more information. Go online at npc.edu.
Seconds and here's your audio.
In Show Low on the Deuce of Clubs.
Welcome back to Show Low High School. It's the Sunrise Park Resort halftime show. I want to remind you that snow is awesome at Sunrise. The skiing is awesome. Night skiing on Saturday nights. Don't forget to go to sunriseparkresort.com. sunriseskipark.com for more details and information. It is halftime here at Show Low High School. The Cougars trail the Snowflake Lobos here 21-22, and kind of a game of runs punt. We saw the Lobos get out to an early lead, 8-2. Cougars came back, took a commanding lead in the second quarter. The Lobos, though, cut into it, and they eventually took the lead here in the last minute of the second half.
Well, and it seemed like the Lobos did get that lead by just pushing the ball up the floor quickly. They tried to increase the tempo. We saw Coach Wood use a lot of substitutions in that first half, trying to keep his players fresh. So they really definitely came in here tonight, did the Lobos wanting to establish the tempo and make it quick. Show Low, on the other hand, very few substitutions. They're going with their core guys. And you got to wonder here in the second half if that's going to continue to play out or not. But credit Snowflake, with that just continuous kind of up-tempo pace. Now, it did lead to a few turnovers on their part, but at least they were finding shots. And number 5 also, Chapman, started feeling it also in that second quarter, and that certainly made a difference for the Lobos as well.
Well, let's run through the numbers from the first half, starting with the visiting team, the Snowflake Lobos. Mason Willis has 5 points tonight. Floyd Kelly hit the first bucket of the game, a three-pointer. He has 3. Dallin Chapman, as you mentioned, Pun, now has 8 points to lead the Lobos. Dylan Kay has 4, and Trey Schneider with 2 for the Lobos. For the Show Low Cougars, well, it's been pretty lopsided. Trent Williams has 2. Garrett Wynn with 4. Xavier Vargas with 2. Jake Tate with 1, and leading all scorers, the senior Rhett Reisdorf. He has 12 points, but only 4 in the second quarter. As a matter of fact, that's all the Cougars scored in the entire fourth quarter.
Yeah, it was definitely a dry quarter on the second quarter for Show Low. And when you look at the shot chart as well for Show Low, almost all of their baskets are inside the paint or really close to the paint. So they're doing a good job of finding men open, and they're finding those men open by virtue of either Vargas, and we saw Wofford come in and do a good job of penetrating from the outside, and when they do that, they've been having success in finding the open man underneath. But that's really the tail of the tape for the Show Low Cougars in their scoring, is that inside play, getting high percentage shots. They really drive from the outside. The 0 for 3 from three-point range. Snowflake, on the other hand.
What was Show Low's percentage for the first
Yeah,
half?
their shooting percentage, just over 40%, around 43% overall. So that's, they're being patient with the ball, trying to find the open man and trying to find the good shot. And when you're shooting 43% and getting all your points inside the paint, that's certainly good execution on their part. Snowflake, on the other hand, shooting just 27%, 7 of 26 from the floor total. But they put up 10 three-point shots in that first half. So clearly a much more, liberal and they're going to attack the basket as far as having the ball. If they're open, they're going to put it up, shooting 10 threes, only converting on 2. And, they had some good transition buckets, too. We saw on some fast breaks to get some buckets inside. But kind of a lopsided game in terms of the shot selection in this first half, in terms of what Snowflake was doing with their game versus what Show Low was able to do. Show Low again in that first half really wanted to get the ball inside and did a good job of it.
Well, we'll talk a little bit more about what both teams need to do here in the second half as we continue the Sunrise Park Resort halftime show right here on iTalk 106.7 and on the web at iTalk1067.com.
When you think glass, think Deemer's Glass in Lakeside. Deemer's Glass offers the best selection of quality glass with affordable prices. They do full home window packages, replacement windows, custom shower doors and enclosures, custom mirrors in many shapes, styles, and colors, glass doors and hardware, commercial glass for buildings and offices, skylights, screens, fire-rated glass for your fireplace or stove, window film, and more. Visit Deemer's Glass today on Porter Mountain Road in Lakeside or call 1-888-GLASSMAN.
You've been there, waiting forever at the gas station for the guy to free up so he can fill up your propane tank. Or worse, when the only qualified propane technician decided to stay home that day. Yep, you've been there, and I have too. That's why now I get my propane from Ace Hardware every time. You get Ace Hardware's world-famous customer service when you stop in for propane. That's right, you get in, you get out, and you get a great deal on propane and everything else. From Ace Hardware at their locations in Pine Top and Heber. Ace Hardware is proud to support White Mountain Sports.
It's easy to see why the Ford F-150 is the #1 selling truck in America. For more than 40 years, no other truck has even come close. And Show Low Ford is hands down the best place to buy your next vehicle. Just take a look at Guy Hatch's promise. He won't be beat on any deal on any new Ford in the state of Arizona. And on top of that, you'll get a lifetime engine warranty. Go to ShowLowFord.com or visit them on the east end of the Deuce. Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details.
Welcome back to Show Low High School in the Sunrise Park Resort halftime show here on iTalk. As it is a 22-21 score, the Lobos on top by 1 over the Show Low Cougars. We want to thank some of our sponsors tonight, Summit Healthcare Regional Medical Center and Northland Pioneer College, sponsoring the beginning of each quarter. And now it is time for the Ace Hardware keys to the second half. So, Punt, we have just a couple minutes here. We've had a good look at both these teams from the first half, talking about some adjustments or some keys for the victory for one of these two teams here tonight.
Well, I think Show Low, we talked about their patience offensively. I think the key for them is, with this tempo that Snowflake is throwing at them, is not to try to fall into that upper tempo game. I think that's what could hurt the Cougars. I think if they stay patient, work the paint like they have been, the outside shots will come at some point. With Vargas, with Wofford, and you have Williams as well. Those guys can shoot from the outside. I think if they just not try to run the tempo that Snowflake wants them to get into on the Show Low side, I think that would probably be one of their keys. And then, of course, try to limit the turnovers as well. We saw them get into a bit of a turnover flurry towards the end there.
Their shot percentage stayed pretty good.
Yes.
But they only scored 4 points in that second quarter.
Exactly.
They had a lot of turnovers.
They can't have another 4-point quarter and expect to stay in this thing with the Lobos and the way they're running things right now. But because you know, pretty certain, and I wouldn't be surprised if Coach Wood maybe puts even more pressure with like full court press. That zone trap, that half-court zone trap, gave the Cougars a little bit of fits in that second quarter as well. So I think the Cougars just need to be patient and try to limit the turnovers here in the second half.
All right, that is going to do it for the Sunrise Park Resort halftime show and the Ace Hardware keys to the second half. Don't forget Ace Hardware with stores in Show Low, Pine Top, and Eber, and a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week locksmith. As we are now set for the Northland Pioneer College start of the second half and the third quarter. Also, don't forget to stay tuned for the post-game wrap-up show where we'll announce the Sunrise Park Resort, the Beeler Orthodontics Straight Line Play of the Game, the Demers Glass Last Man of the Game, and the Honda Outdoor Ski and Sports Store Player of the Game. We are set for play. Lobos will have it to start the second half. Running left to right on your radio. Willis thought about the three, now penetrates, and he'll pick up an early cheapie on Xavier Vargas. That's his first team foul. Neither team got into the bonus in that first half.
Mike, I just got a message from Camden to turn up your mic.
And 21-22 will still our score. Snyder gets it over to Willis, angle left. Back up to Tanner Willis, Carson Hatch. Same starters from the start of the game, as now Willis will try a three, can't hit it, and Reisdorf gets another rebound for the Cougars. Vargas will bring it across half court, as the Cougars look like they're going to be methodical. Now, Wynn going out could have hurt the Cougars. He had a great first half. Tate thought about the three, now gets it to Vargas. Reisdorf has it inside, could not get a shot off though, so they get it to Williams on the angle right. Back to Williams, gets it inside. No, it's stolen away. Tanner Willis with the steal for the Lobos. And here comes Garson Hatch. They get it in the corner. Quick to Coy Kelly with a quick trigger. It's short, and Reisdorf will get himself yet another board.
And as you say, Mike, Snowflake, again, being very quick with those perimeter shots.
And now a shot, and oh no, Reisdorf gets it from Williams. He draws the contact against Trey Schneider, and Reisdorf will step to line for two. For Schneider, his first team foul. We apologize for those of you just trying to listen on the stream. We seem to be having some audio difficulties. As Reisdorf goes up and knocks down the first. And he will get a chance to get a second. And he gets it. Here come the Lobos. Good trap by the Cougars to stop the break. Willis gets away from Vargas, but they turn it over. Williams with the steal. Give it to Vargas. He brings it up out of the backcourt. And as you said, punt. The Cougars not in such a big hurry to get the ball up. Vargas will slow things down as they have taken a 1-point lead on the Reisdorf free throws. Vargas penetrating. Cut off to Tate. Inside to Win. Nobody there. He turns around, but his shot is short. Reisdorf with the offensive rebound. Get it to Tate in the corner for three. Looks long, it is, but Williams is there for the offensive rebound. Get it to Tate, to Vargas. He'll try a three. Straight away, no good. Schneider, get it going the other way for the Lobos. Hatch working the dribble against Williams. Goes to Tanner Willis. He'll penetrate.
Nice.
Gets to the bucket with the left hand and good.
Great penetration by Willis from the top. Just finds that little sliver on the left side, and with that quick first step, able to beat the defender to the bucket.
24-23. Lobos back on top. As Tate goes inside, he turns it over. It's Hatch with the steal. Get it ahead. Mason Willis. Bounce pass. Coy Kelly for three. No good. And a whistle.
And we're going to get a foul.
This one's going to go on. I guess that's going on Wynn. No, excuse me, that's on Jake Tate. His second team foul. Chapman will trigger the inbounds as he's entered the game for the Lobos. Wanted to go inside to Schneider, instead have to go to Hatch. In the right corner, he penetrates, goes to the left hand. Ooh, cannot hit it. Had it, but Reisdorf will collect the rebound. Vargas gets it inside to Reisdorf. Reisdorf with the left hand off the window and good. Reisdorf adding to his point total as the Lobos, they'll come right back. Mason Willis penetrates, kicks it back out to Chapman. He'll get a chance at a three, off, no good. And Reisdorf with another rebound. Vargas brings it up out of the backcourt. So for the Cougars. Get it inside, knocked out of bounds. It'll remain Cougar ball. So the Lobos will make a lot of substitutions as the Cougars get it back in. Vargas. Williams drives, cut off by Solomon. As again, the Cougars being very methodical in their offense. But there's Wynn from 8, and he gets it to go. Wynn with another bucket to go with his 2. Here come the Lobos right back. Chapman off the mark this time. And Vargas with the rebound. He throws it up ahead to Williams, who cannot track it down. It's going to be out of bounds as Snowflake Lobos. And as you mentioned, Punt, just not able to keep up with the pace.
Right.
For the Lobos are the Cougars.
Well, and as we said, you know, the Lobos with the success they had in that second quarter with the tempo, we certainly expected them to come back, and they've done that in spades.
So Chapman, he'll penetrate, kick it back to Wood, who thought about the 3. Now go to Irving. Irving penetrates. We're going to get a foul on the ground. This one's going to go against Wofford. His first, third team foul already here for the Cougars. 3:43 to go here, third quarter, 27-24, Cougars on top. So Wynn will get a break, and Tate will come back in the lineup. Chapman to trigger, looking in the corner, gets it into Irving. Irving, he'll work against Wofford, and now a reach-in foul as Wofford, for some reason, went after the ball there out of position. So it'll be his second personal and 4th team. So the Lobos will try it again as they get it in to Kay this time. Back to Wood, guarded by Tate. Solomon will pull things out. The Lobos will reset. Trying the left side of the floor. Chapman thought about the 3, pulls it down, penetrates, kicks it to Irving. Right side, 3, short. Reisdorf with the rebound. And the Cougars will slow things down. Williams back to Vargas. And there's Tate wide open underneath, but credit Solomon for recovering and knocking it out of Tate's hands.
Well, that's Snowflake going into his zone defense and doing a good job with baseline help on that deep pass.
Wild shot by Irving, but he gets his own rebound, and then it's going to be out of bounds. It'll be Cougar ball. Coach Wood wanted a foul there, but Irving a bit out of control. Vargas brings it up out of the backcourt. And a hold by Wood, but he got away with it. Swing it around Wofford, top of the key to Vargas. To Tate, inside to Reisdorf. Easy bucket on the nice feed from Tate for Rhett Reisdorf.
That's just good offensive rotation by the Cougars against that zone defense with the cutter coming down Reisdorf and the passer finding him wide open.
Chapman in the corner. Ball tipped, stolen away by Tate. And now Reisdorf comes away with it. Garrett Wood getting awfully physical for the Lobos. But the Cougars will come and slow things down with 2:10 to go here, 29-24. Cougars have taken a little bit of a lead after trailing by 1 at half. Vargas, it looks like the Cougars are going to be content to just run offense. I mean, just hold the ball. Out here with a 5-point lead, and now we get a reach-in foul. It's going to be Dylan Kay. He's going to pick up his first and the second team foul, but it'll just be out of bounds. Cougar ball.
Well, and Coach Wood from the Snowflake bench here changing the defense. Whatever Z is what they're in now.
So Tate gets it to Vargas. Vargas penetrates to Reisdorf. O's underneath the basket, can't finish though. Battle for the rebound, it's gonna be Lobo ball.
Looks like Snowflake on that last possession by the Cougars going back into that trap defense.
So Willis will get it across from Solomon to Chapman. Chapman penetrates, kick it to Schneider inside from 4 feet away, no good. And Solomon goes up for a big rebound, off the window, count it, and he's fouled.
That's a huge rebound by Solomon inside. There's a lot of Cougars inside the paint with them, but just a good aggressive play by him. Also fortunate to be in the right spot at the right time, but he takes it back up strong to get the bucket. See if he can get a 3-point play out of this on the foul.
I missed who the foul was on.
I didn't catch it either.
But it will be a team foul, and it'll send Solomon to the line for an and one. And now we got a violation on the Lobos.
Late violation on K.
And Solomon had made the free throw. And Coach Wood doesn't like the call, but it was the right one. And Dylan Kay knew it. So the Lobos are going to, as you mentioned, are going to play, going to trap. And with no Rhett Reisdorf in the game. Coach Thacker didn't like that pass, but they got away with it.
Sideline pass.
It'll be Cougar ball.
What little hair is left is quickly disappearing on passes like that.
Cougars will still have it with 1:14 and a 3-point lead. Williams hasn't had many looks at the three tonight. Get it to Tate. Tate, he'll pull up, goes up high and partially blocked by Schneider, but the rebound is there by Wynn, and he's going to be fouled by Hatch. His second, 13th foul, and Wynn will step to the line. Wynn has had a good, solid game tonight, and he will have 2 free throws here. Garrett Wynn misses the first free throw. 29-26 our score. Cougars on top of the Lobos with 1:05 to go. Third quarter. Wynn's second free throw is an air ball violation. That'll be Lobo ball. Coach Thacker not happy because guys aren't where they're supposed to be.
Yeah, something new here now from the Cougars. Full court press.
And they throw it up ahead. Mason Willis back to Chapman. Inside Hatch with the left hand, no, but he's going to be fouled, knocked to the floor. And I think this one's going to go on Garrett Wynn. It is. That's going to be his third, 6th team foul. So the Cougars are going to put the Lobos at the line here for quite the rest of the way. And Hatch has a chance to cut into this Cougar lead, but he misses the first one.
And interesting with the Lobos, when they see that press, the first thing they do is try for the deep pass. They send 2 guys deep, and they were successful. That's the quickest way to beat a press.
And misses, but Schneider with the rebound. His shot blocked by Wynn. Wynn gets the rebound. Here come the Cougars. Get it across the Wynn. Back to Wofford. He lays it up and in.
Great exchange between Wofford and Williams on that transition bucket.
But Chapman comes right back at him, and wow, the Lobos just, a lot of their fouls are because they're out of control, but they sometimes pick up the foul. That one's going to go against Jake Tate, his second, and it'll send Chapman to the line for a 1-and-1. With just 43 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Cougars holding on, 31-26. Chapman's free throw is good. He will earn the bonus. Chapman, second free throw, also good, and it cuts the lead to 3. Cougars will probably hold for the last shot, but here comes the pressure. Vargas gets it off to Wynn. Wynn in trouble, and now we're going to get a foul. No, Coach Thacker's going to call a timeout, 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here with just 33 seconds. Surprised he hasn't put Rhett Reisdorf in for these last 33 seconds. Because while Vargas might be the point guard, it seems that Reisdorf is the one who makes things happen.
Right, definitely inside as well. Reisdorf doing a good job of finding openings inside the paint. But I think that timeout, more than anything, on the part of Coach Thacker, was trying to get his guys to run what he's wanting to see against that zone trap. That's what he's talking about more than anything right now with them.
As we have the battle of the backflips out there during the timeout, 30-second timeout. So we are going to be now ready for play. It's going to be Cougar ball. They have 33 seconds and a 3-point lead. They trail by 1 at halftime. Williams to trigger. Get it into Vargas on the angle right. Guarded by Dylan Kay. Vargas penetrates to Tate. Tate stuck in the lane. Has to kick it out to Williams. Back up to Vargas. Vargas, he gets in lane. Easy dish to win, and he lays it up and in.
And again, Sholo's been executing that so well when they get the penetration, finding the open man underneath on the dish.
And ball knocked out of bounds with 10.7 seconds. Snowflake will retain possession. Cougars have now a 5-point lead, 33-28. Snowflake's got 10 seconds to answer. They get it into Kay. Back to Mason Willis. Pulls up from 15. Got it.
It's a big bucket for the Lobos with so little time left in the quarter.
And that will do it for the third quarter. Our score, the Snowflake Lobos 30 and the Sholo Cougars 33. This is Sholo Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk 106.7 and on the web at iTalk1067.com.
Summit Healthcare Regional Medical Center is a proud supporter of high school sports. Many of our local sports players were born at the hospital, where Summit Obstetrics offers comfortable individual rooms for mom and baby. In case of a sports injury, the hospital ER is always staffed and prepared to take on the most serious injuries, and Summit features an advanced diagnostics department with state-of-the-art equipment. The Summit Healthcare orthopedic and therapy teams can help sports players overcome injuries and return to the game. Summit Healthcare Regional Medical Center wishes all players a successful and healthy season this year.
Reisdorf at the elbow, and he'll knock it down from 15.
Just a nice, easy turnaround for Reisdorf. Surprisingly, not much defensive pressure considering the points he's been putting up tonight.
You might want to find him. Lobos coming back, get it to Dylan Kay, angle left, as he gets it to Schneider. Willis, guarded by Vargas, gets it to Kay. Mr. Irving, excuse me. Willis thought about the shot there, instead goes back out to Hatch. He crosses over on a nice move, and it's taken. Oh, and a great defensive play by the senior Rhett Reisdorf. He tipped it, had to go out of bounds to get it, and knocked it off the leg of Dylan Irvin. Cougar ball.
And again, Sholo slowing things down in the face of this zone trap.
Vargas splits, goes in the middle, cuts off the defense. And there's another wide open shot and a great ball fake by Xavier Vargas.
They're just making a living, are they, tonight? The Cougars, especially Vargas and Reisdorf, the exchange between them down in the paint has just been outstanding.
And Reisdorf has been the recipient, as you said, and gets that last bucket. Lobos thought it looked like they had a good-looking shot. Instead, it's Hatch for three. He misses. Schneider fighting for the rebound, but it's corralled by Wynn. He'll get it off to Wofford, and here comes Sholo. Get it to Williams, and now they'll bring it back out with Vargas. He gets in the lane, though. Kick it to Reisdorf. And the Cougars will wait. Williams up top. Vargas will have it. Looking inside, Get it to Wynn at the short corner. And he'll get it to Vargas, but there's going to be a whistle and a foul before that. We'll check who the foul is on as we have some more substitutions. It's on Schneider. It's his third, fourth team foul. Lobos might need to foul a little bit more in case they need the free throws as they trail 7 by 7 here. Cougars get it in, swing it around to Wofford, to Williams in the corner, couldn't get a three. Back up top to Vargas. Back to Williams. Back to Vargas, back to Williams. Win in the short corner. Nice feed into Reisdorf. He goes up underneath the basket. Oh, can't get the reverse layup. In a battle for the rebound, we're going to have a jump ball. And it's going to be Trey Schneider and Vargas tying up. It's going to be Lobo ball. Schneider, I think, just got away with throwing the ball at the opponent. He didn't really throw it, but he let him know who won that jump ball. Tate will come back in as well. Win will have a seat. Hatch and Schneider will leave for the Lobos. Solomon in along with Garrett Wood. Willis to Solomon up top. Tanner Willis on the angle right up top to Wood. 20 feet from the basket to Willis. He'll penetrate, knocked out of his hands by Willis, by Wofford, excuse me. And now a reach in foul. This one's gonna go against Garrett Wood, his second and the 15th foul.
Well, good job defensively by the Cougars. Wofford, as you say, dropping down to help and able to strip the ball from Willis as he penetrates.
Coy Kelly will come back in. Irving will have a seat. Wofford, he penetrates back to Tate. Thought about the shot, now kicks it out to Williams. Vargas will settle things down for the Cougars. As now Tate running that short corner. Up top, Williams finally gets a good look and cannot knock down the three, but it's going to be out of bounds. Off of the Lobos, Garrett Wood. It'll remain Cougar ball.
Well, it's a good shot selection by Williams. He's known for his ability to shoot from the perimeter. Misses that one, but he had the space and takes it up quickly.
Cougars will trigger, giving it into Tate. Over to Vargas. To Reisdorf at the high post. He goes up. Kicks it back out to Vargas. Vargas will pull up from the free throw line, and he'll bank it in off the window for his second bucket of the night.
Just a nice strong move inside the paint by Vargas to get that shot off the glass.
Lobos being forced to run a lot more offense than they're probably used to because of the good defense by the Cougars. They want to run. The Cougars have not allowed them. So they'll run it. Wood, he'll penetrate. He gets all his bucket. Oh, goes up, but it's too strong. And Vargas corrals the rebound for the Cougars.
That's a good move by Wood to attack the basket. As you say, just going a little too hard off the glass.
Reisdorf left alone again. He'll shoot the three long, but Vargas tracks down the rebound. A lot of contact, no foul. Wood, he'll bring it up out of the backcourt himself. The 6'3" point guard to Mason
Nice
Willis.
pump fake.
Pulls up from 12 and he hits it. Coach Wood will take a timeout and try to get his Lobos going. They trail here 32-39 with 4:18 to go in the fourth. This is Sholo Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk 106.7 and on the web at iTalk1067.com.
Orthodontist Dr. Joshua Beeler has been providing family-friendly orthodontics in Show Low and the entire White Mountains since 2006. If you need braces, stop in and see the friendly folks at Beeler Orthodontics and meet their professional staff. Dr. Beeler and his team have the latest in orthodontics technology, and they work with each patient individually to custom tailor the most effective treatment plan for the best results. Beeler Orthodontics is a proud sponsor of high school sports. Beeler Orthodontics, live to smile, love your smile.
See dealer for details.
Welcome back to Sholo High School. Just about a half of quarter left of basketball in this one, as these teams have battled back and forth. Right now, the Lobos trail the Cougars 32-39. Thank you for joining us. Mike Granillo here with Punk Cooley and Sholo Ford's presentation of high school basketball. It'll be Cougar ball after the Snowflake timeout.
Well, and a timely time or an opportune timeout for Coach Wood to gather his guys up and talk about defensive strategy as they head into the final half of this quarter. Sholo, of course, is going to be wanting to slow this thing down, so it'll be interesting to see what Snowflake does defensively here.
Looks like the Snowflake Lobos have gone to the straight man-to-man defense. Reisdorf will have it on the angle right. And now he'll change up the offense based on the defense. Vargas, he penetrates to Tate. Tate gets inside from 1 foot away, could not hit it. And now he throws down Corey Kelly in frustration, and he will pick up the foul.
A little bit of frustration there, I think, on the part of Tate. As you say, had a nice clean shot at the basket, just couldn't get it to fall. And then when Kelly picked up the ball, there's a lot of contact there. So with the bonus, it'll send Kelly to the line.
Yeah, and that's the bad thing for the Cougars. Any foul now sends the Lobos to the line. It's 3:54. We're under 4 minutes here in this one. Kelly will step to the line. And his first free throw is up and gets the friendly roll and goes in. He will earn the bonus.
Nice shooter's touch there by Kelly. Nice soft touch up on the rim.
Cuts the lead to 6. Second one on the way. It's pure. 5-point lead for the Cougars, 39-34. Cougars bring it up against the full court, well, three-quarter court pressure, but it's just man-to-man. Vargas, he gets it in the corner, and it goes off his foot, out of bounds, Snowflake ball. Vargas said it went off Snowflake's foot, but Coach Thacker not hearing any of it.
He's not getting any sympathy from his coach. He's just wanting him to be smart about passing the ball and moving the ball. Probably a little too much dribbling, in his opinion, from Coach Thacker.
But now he picks up the defensive pressure on Mason Willis. Up to Schneider. Now Chapman will work against Rhett Reisdorf. Chapman still dribbling, turns the corner. Vargas picks him up. Irving in the corner. Mason Willis for three. Got it!
It's a big, big bucket right there by the Snowflake Lobos. Putting themselves in a position here to close this thing out.
Trailing by just 2. The Lobos 39-37, almost a steal. Here comes Vargas' penetration. He stops, looking for some help, gets it from Wofford. Wofford will get it up top, and it's stolen away by Chapman. Big steal, and Wofford turns it over. Here come the Lobos. Mason Willis in the corner. Dylan Irving for three, long. Rebound, Trent Williams, and the Cougars will hold on to their lead with 2:40 to go. Timeout, Coach Thacker and the Sholo Cougars. We will take it with them. This is Sholo Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk 106.7 and on the web at iTalk1067.com.
In today's challenging economy, having a college education is a must. Northland Pioneer College is here to help you prepare for your future. NPC is committed to providing you with the highest quality education with the lowest tuition cost in the state. We offer a variety of advanced learning classes to prepare you for a transfer or associate's degree, personal interest education, or earning your GED.
Contact an academic advisor for more information. Go online at npc.edu.
Welcome back to Sholo High School. Buckle in, folks. It could be a wild one here down the stretch. Our score 39-37, the Cougars on top. And don't forget to stay tuned for the post-game wrap-up show where we'll have a tough decision tonight, Punt, on the Devers Glass Man of the Game and the Honda Outdoor Ski and Sports Store Player of the Game. And we could also have some nominations for the Beeler Orthodontics Straight Line Play of the Game. And that 3 by Mason Willis could be in the running.
Definitely. And during that timeout, able to lean in a little bit on Coach Wood's side since he's right close to us here. He's really wanting pressure on the perimeter defensively and trying limiting Sholo to just one shot.
But Vargas does a great job of getting to the bucket, lay it up and good. Padding the lead just a bit for the Cougars, 4 points. Chapman gets it inside. Oh, and he turns it away. Chapman has had a tough time with the pass tonight. Had Schneider, but overthrew him.
Well, he had the right idea, but just a bad trajectory on that pass. Put a lot of heat on it, and there's no way Schneider could get to it with Schneider coming off the roll.
Vargas will bring it slowly up against Willis, Mason Willis, to Williams on the angle left. Wynn back in the game for Wofford, and he has it up top, guarded by Schneider. There's Tate to Vargas. Vargas almost a Sholo turnover, under 2 minutes to go. Williams gets it back to Vargas, and he will try to run some more offense. Tries to go inside behind the back dribble to Tate. And Tate will bring it back out to Nick Williams, to Vargas for 3. No good over the backboard, and that's a tough break for the Cougars. They ran a lot of clock, and Vargas took the 3.
Well, again, patience by Sholo that time. You know, they're being pretty deliberate about their movement, their passing, trying to find the good shots.
Got a good look.
Yep, got a really good look.
The Lobos. Chapman, Dylan Chapman, across to Coy Kelly, working against Tate. Back in the corner to Chapman against Reisdorf, who Chapman's been able to get some penetration. And now the Lobos taking their time, down 4. Coy, Kelly, Mason Willis in the corner for another 3. Cannot hit this one, and it's Rhett Reisdorf. Looks like he took a shot in the head from Schneider, but no foul call. 110, 109. The Cougars, the Lobos have a foul to give, but it looks like they're not going to stop the clock. Vargas against Willis. Hand it off to Tate. Coach Thacker has a timeout at his disposal should he need to use it. And now we get a whistle and a foul. No, it is the timeout we were talking about. Coach Thacker, 30-second timeout. We'll keep it here as Dylan Irving is set to check into the Lobo lineup. Let's do a quick recap of how we got here. Punt. First quarter ended with the Lobos trailing the Cougars 17-10, but yet after halftime, the Lobos came back and took a lead 22-21 as the game went back and forth, and then it was the Cougars in the third quarter outscoring the Lobos 12-8 to take a 33-30 lead. And now here in the fourth quarter, it's a 4-point lead for the Cougars, 41-37, a low-scoring affair as we've had quite a few turnovers.
Right, a lot of turnovers, and both coaches, Coach Thacker, of course, with just under a minute left on the clock and the lead, talking to his guys about not getting any turnovers in a situation like this, and to expect some fouls potentially from Snowflake. Snowflake, alternatively, defensively, they need to stop Sholo here from scoring and looking for turnovers.
And the Cougars, this is a big win for them. They sit number 6. And there's Reisdorf. Oh, he bailed out the Cougars that time. And Reisdorf being pressured, being hounded, and he calls a timeout. It's a full one. We will take it as well. This is Sholo Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk 106.7 and on the web at iTalk1067.com. Well, that buzzer means it's time for the final 32 seconds of this one. The Cougars on top of the Snowflake Lobos here in boys basketball, 41-37. Williams gets it into Reisdorf. Reisdorf is going to be fouled. Taking a lot of big beating over there, and Mason Willis is going to be whistled. And that's just a 16 foul, so
right.
Lobos got a foul.
And that was by design by the Lobos. They want to stop that clock as quickly as they can.
Williams inbounds it, gets it to Wynn. They wanted to foul Wynn, and now they do. And Schneider's going to be whistled. That's his 4th. And that is finally the 7th team foul for the Lobos with 26.7 seconds. And it'll send Garrett Wynn to the line, not the best free throw shooter.
Right.
I'm surprised Coach Thacker has him in.
Well, we could see movement from Sholo trying to find other players to get open, but Wynn steps up to get that pass, and as soon as he does, Schneider's there quickly to foul him, or whoever ended up fouling him.
Yeah, it was Schneider. So Garrett Wynn step into the line for a big 1-and-1 situation. It's up, it's no good, but he gets the own rebound, tips it to Williams, and the Cougars get it back.
That's a big mistake there by the Lobos to allow that to happen.
And not only
just
that,
not closing out inside.
Trent Williams will be fouled, and he's probably a much better shooter than Garrett Wynn, and he will be up there for a 1-and-1.
Coach Wood for Snowflake definitely not happy with that last exchange where Sholo's able to beat the Lobos to the rebound.
Williams' first free throw is good, and he will have a second. This is probably a bigger one here because it could extend the lead to 6. Williams up, in and out, no good. Schneider with the rebound. What do we got?
It's a timeout. I'm not sure who called it.
Called by the Lobos. So Coach Wood did call the timeout. We will keep it here. It's going to be a full one, and the Lobos trail the Cougars here by 5, 42-37. Well, what's the strategy here, Pun? I think we've got about 25 seconds left in this one.
Well, you know, clearly Snowflake is going to have to work quickly to get points up as quickly as they can, and then you know, as soon as Sholo's getting the ball, depending of course on who has the ball, you know, their clock management is the big thing for the Lobos here, and that's what Coach Wood is talking to his players about. But more importantly, with them getting the ball here, they're going to have to move the floor quickly and put some points up.
21 seconds, excuse me. And this, I'll tell you, what's even crazier is this will set up a big matchup Friday night. If the Cougars can hold on, they will travel to Winslow to see who will get the second seed in the region tournament, and a turnover. Just exactly what the Lobos did not need. Reisdorf with the steal, the foul by Chapman, and it'll send Reisdorf to the line for 1-and-1.
And those are the little things, Mike. You know, in these past teams, you talked about Snowflake being in a real rebuilding year this year. You know, they've got some good athletes, good quick guys, but those little things make huge differences, and just a pass like that being off just a hair leads to a turnover and really kind of kills the game for the Lobos here.
It for all intents and purposes, it probably does. As Reisdorf's free throw is missed, however, but there's only 14 seconds, and now another timeout by Coach Wood. This time his fans will not complain.
Well, he has the timeouts to take. I think they're down to 2 now, are the Lobos, compared to Sholo's 1. But regardless, just a few ticks left on the clock, and enough of a margin here. What's going to be really tough for the Lobos to get back in this thing. Coach Wood at this point just trying to set up an inbounds play where he can at least try to get a 3-point shot off, I'm sure.
Yeah, they got to get some threes. They got Reisdorf to miss the foul. The problem is 12 seconds, and in high school basketball, the clock doesn't stop on a make. You know, the Lobos, I mean, the Cougars may not even have to inbound, really, and they can win this one. Don't forget to stay tuned for the post-game wrap-up show. We will announce the Honda Outdoor Ski and Sports Store Player of the Game, along with the Deemer's Glass Man of the Game, and the Beeler Orthodontics Straight Line Play of the Game. I know that's your favorite.
The one I always forget, and then I can never remember back during the game.
I might have some help for you.
Okay, good. I'll let you do it then.
All right, 12.5 seconds. Snowflake will have to inbound and go 3/4 of the court. They trail by 5. A three-pointer could make it interesting. Mason Willis has it. He brings it up, gets a screen from Schneider. Chapman, a long 3. Off the backboard, in and out, cannot get it and win with the rebound. And now a reach-in foul by Dylan Irvin, and his first, but that's a 10th team foul. And Garrett Wynn will step to the line for 2 now. But 2.4 seconds, that's going to pretty much do it on this one, Punt.
Absolutely. At this point, Cougars just need to get their free throws in and not foul, not let the clock stop, and they should be good to go.
Well, it was a contrast of styles here tonight, Punt. And it was senior night for the Cougars, and they prevailed. Up next for them is a matchup against Winslow, who they did beat here in Sholo, but they have to go to Winslow on Friday. And that'll be a big matchup, while the Snowflake Lobos will host the Blue Ridge Yellow Jackets, who play Winslow tomorrow night. So a lot of action still going on here in the 3A East, as Wynn misses the free throws, or makes the first, misses the second, and that's going to do it. And we have a court storming here at Sholo High School. Hopefully they'll stay off the floor enough for the teams to shake hands. And that is going to do it here from Sholo High School. The Lobos fall to the Snowflake Sholo Cougars, 37-43. We'll be back with a post-game wrap-up show right after this on iTalk 106.7 and on the web at iTalk1067.com.
So. All right, how long do you want?
Let's have 2 minutes.
What are you thinking?
Gotcha.
Well, the straight line play of the game was the offensive rebound on the miss by Trent Williams.
Yes, good call. Player, God, Reisdorf put it up again, huh?
I mean, he could be the glass man, too.
What about Wynn? Did he get in?
Wynn played, he had some rebounds.
You want to?
Reisdorf has to be the player of the game.
Yeah. Do you want to do both, or do you want to try to pick
Schneider could be the glass man. He had a lot of rebounds, too. So it's up to you.
We'll even it out.
Okay. We got about a minute. We got about a minute left.
Are you going to go through
1 minute.
Scoring?
Yeah.
Okay.
You want to talk to Coach Thacker? We don't have another heads? Oh, yeah, we do.
Do you?
Yeah.
Huh?
When you think glass, think Deemer's Glass in Lakeside. Deemer's Glass offers the best selection of quality glass with affordable prices. They do full home window packages, replacement windows, custom shower doors and enclosures, custom mirrors in many shapes, styles, and colors, glass doors and hardware, commercial glass for buildings and offices, skylights, screens, fire-rated glass for your fireplace or stove, window film, and more. Visit Deemer's Glass today on Porter Mountain Road in Lakeside or call 1-888-GLASSMAN.
It was a fun one here tonight, Punt. Kind of a low-scoring affair, but ended up being a pretty tightly contested game between the Cougars and the Lobos. Cougars come out victorious here tonight, 43-37 as we run down the scoring in this one. For the Snowflake Lobos, they finished with 37 points. Mason Willis, he had a big three there in that fourth quarter and could have been in line for the Beeler orthodontic straight line play of the game, but he finishes with 12 points. Coy Kelly had 5. And Dallin Chapman off the bench with 10 points to help his team's cause. Tanner Willis had 2. Dylan Kay had 4. And Trey Schneider with 2. Zach Solomon with 2 for the Lobos. So just not a whole lot of scoring for the Lobos. Had 2 guys in double figures. For the Sholo Cougars, it was Trent Williams with 3 points, all from the free throw line. Garrett Wynn had one of his better games of the season. He had 9 points. Wofford had 2. Xavier Vargas, the senior, with 6 points. Jake Tate just 1 with 1 of 2 from the free throw line. And leading the way for the Sholo Cougars, the senior, Rhett Reisdorf, who finished this game with 22 points to lead all scorers. So a lot of scoring for the senior, and most of those pretty easy buckets for him.
Well, and he's, you got to credit him certainly for finding space on the floor, being in the right place at the right time. Vargas, the combination in Vargas and Reisdorf tonight, just outstanding. Those two work so well together. Vargas with his penetration, and then able to get those nice dish passes down low to Reisdorf. But you got to credit Rhett. He knows how to move around the floor and did a good job tonight in getting those points when they needed them, a lot of them inside.
Well, and absolutely, Vargas had some great shot fakes that drew the defense and brought, helped get Reisdorf those wide open shots. And we're going to take a little time out in our awards time and bring in Coach Thacker of the Sholo Cougars, the victorious Sholo Cougars. And Coach, first of all, congratulations. I'm sure it didn't feel easy at times.
probably as good at half-court pressure as anybody. And so, you know, of course we worked on it for 2 days, and then as soon as they start running it, your kids do other stuff. But they do that well. And we're fortunate in the second half we were able to make a couple of adjustments and kind of deal with it a little bit better. The second quarter, boy, it could have been deadly, the way that we just didn't do well against their half-court pressure.
Absolutely, only 4 points in that second quarter. Coach, talk a little bit about your seniors. Your seniors stepped up tonight. Talk a little bit about senior night. I know sometimes that can come with some distractions. Do you think that had any bearing on the game tonight?
No, and, I'm not for everybody, and I learned that at a real young age. And I have never, and I've been coaching for 32 years now. I've never treated senior night differently. I've never started seniors just because it was senior. I figure if a senior wants to start, he needs to earn a freaking starting job. But I believe in a routine and a preparation, and the games that we're playing matter. And so we work real hard to just stay in what we do. The things that happen, I think, because we didn't change everything, we didn't prepare to do things differently, I think we were able to kind of go through that. Yeah, the seniors stepped up, and that's what I've expected of them all year. I kind of knew coming into the year that we were going to have to rely on them. It's funny, Jake at Snowflake has 26 points. It's great.
Yeah.
Tonight he really struggled.
Yeah.
But we had a short bench, and just the matchups, Snowflake's long, they're athletic. I needed to try to have some long athletic guys out there. I played my guys a ton of minutes, and I just felt like that's what we had to do, you got to kind of dance with who brung you, and if they're tired, that's, you can be tired the rest of your life.
Coach, we haven't seen all of your games, but it seems like Garrett Wynn, one of the better games I've seen him play this year, really came up with some big buckets and some big rebounds for you.
He did, especially the second half. He rebounded better. Schneider wore him out a little in the first half just because Schneider's a big body like Garrett, but he's athletic and quick and active, and Garrett's not used to that. Garrett hit some short corner shots early, and that when he's doing that, he's going to see a lot more minutes. Rhett got real tired and missed some. And I think some of the easy stuff we missed down the stretch, we were gassed. Kids played a lot of minutes.
Yep.
But just given that I tried to go to the bench the second quarter, we struggled against their pressure. And I know Andy, as soon as he saw a certain couple kids come in, he was going to throw that at us. And so I just tried to hold that off and play kids tired. It was, I think when we play them, it's that way. I mean, it's a little herky-jerky and tough, but kids are playing hard.
Well, Coach, you kind of alluded to it just a little bit. End of the season's coming up. You got a big game against Winslow on Friday. Kind of set the stage. How do you kind of see your playoff situation shaping up?
Well, we have Winslow Friday and then a makeup game Saturday. Payson comes in. And that's why Winslow's ahead of us in the standings right now, because we have one less game. Of course, we all know going to Winslow and winning is a hard thing to do.
Yep.
And so we have to watch some film, and we got to figure out how to deal with Villanueva. Billy now is off of his injury, and he makes him better because of his toughness. And then I forget the kid's name, number 2, just strokes. So they're tough for us. However, we're just gonna prepare. We've got to win one of those 2 games. Obviously, my hope from the start was let's get at the end of this thing in the top 8, where we can have a bye, we can, play a lower seed, and all that works. I think when you gotta play and that, the top 8 teams in state get that bye, and then the next 16 play. But you really don't want anything to do with that if you can help it. It's gonna be us or Winslow.
Yeah.
And and I don't look too much at a lot of that, because, like I tell the kids, look, none of that stuff matters, because if you win, you're going to be there, and if you lose, you aren't. So that's all kind of subjective. Obviously, Friday would be a great win game for us, I think, just to carry us. We're going to be in the playoffs.
Yeah.
So just to carry us in, getting a big win. We've played good teams. gee whiz, we played Ganado tough. We played Blue Ridge tough twice. You know, we play wins. But we need that marquee win on the road. I mean, I think this game tonight was a nice win for us because Snowflake's been hot. You know, to beat Holbrook by 18, I was a little concerned. I mean, they beat up Pace, and then they roll over Holbrook, and all of a sudden they come in. You can see their kids were focused. They were fired up. They were confident. I knew they were going to throw some stuff at us. So now Winslow's a different kind of thing. They're just more active on the perimeter. I think they're better shooters. I don't think they're as good at defenders, but, you know, pretty darn good. I don't know how we're doing. I'm pretty happy, obviously. It's hard to, it wouldn't be fair of me to say I'm unhappy with anything at this point. We're winning games that could go either way. And, you know, if you do that, that's great.
Yeah, hopefully that'll help you down the stretch in these tough playoff games. Well, Coach, congratulations tonight. Congratulations on that number 6 seed as of right now, and good luck in the playoffs and on Friday night.
We got to play better.
Always.
Thanks,
always. All right. That's
Good
Coach
job,
Thacker
Coach.
Thank you.
of the Show Low Cougars, the victorious coach tonight as they beat the Snowflake Lobos here tonight, 43-37. And Punt, let's go ahead now and take care of our post-game awards. And let's start with the Demers Glass Man of the game. And don't forget, if you're in need of glass at your home or business, call Demers Glass in Lakeside. They're hands down the best and most affordable glass company on the mountain. That's 1-888-GLASS-MAN.
Well, you know, you look at the victorious Cougars tonight. You had mentioned it. I thought Wynn stepped up big tonight, did a good job. He's playing against a bigger kid than Schneider, just physically bigger, but, you know, you got to give him credit. Wynn stepped up, did a good job. Reisdorf always seems to be around. You know, he's very athletic. He's long. He did a good job for the Cougars as well. But when you look at the entire game, and even Coach Thacker mentioned it, you know, Trey Snyder for the Lobos tonight, just especially in that first half, maybe dropped off a little in the second half just because I think he was probably tired.
Yeah.
A lot of contact inside. Those guys were working hard, but I felt Trey Snyder did a really good job for the Lobos, especially on the defensive side. And that's their game. You know, when their offense starts, when they get that defensive rebound and they start pushing the floor. And that wouldn't work, especially in that second quarter. I think a lot of that credit goes not just to Snyder, but a lot of those players that were able to get those rebounds for the Lobos and start that offense moving down the floor. But Snyder, I felt, really stepped up big tonight for the Lobos.
All right, congratulations to Trey Snyder for the Demers Glass Man of the game. And next, let's talk about the Beeler Orthodontics straight line play of the game. That's Beeler Orthodontics, live to smile, love your smile. And there were some big moments, obviously, for both teams with their big runs. We saw the big three-pointer by Mason Willis as the Lobos were trying to make that big comeback and hit a big three to cut it to 2. But unfortunately, it didn't work out. So there was a play that kind of ended up trumping them. I forget who was shooting the free throws.
Yeah,
Was it
I think it was Wynn was shooting the free throws, and Williams stepped in. You know, you could fault, I guess, the Lobos for not doing a good job of boxing out, but for him to step in and get that rebound on the miss was huge. It really turned the momentum of the game and really kind of sealed the deal, I think, for the Cougars in so many ways. So just a little play like that makes such a big difference in a close game like tonight. That
is the Beeler Orthodontics straight line play of the game, the offensive rebound by Trent Williams. And finally, Punt, it's the Honda Outdoor Ski and Sports Store player of the game. Honda Outdoor Ski and Sports Store has the best in hiking, hunting, fishing, and camping gear on the mountain. That's the Honda Outdoor Ski and Sports Store south of Pine Top on Highway 260.
Well,
this one was a little easier.
Yeah, it's tough sometimes, especially when you have teams that are so balanced. They distribute the ball well. They get good production from guys in different aspects. You know, that's certainly the case here tonight. But, I mean, clearly, Rhett Reisdorf stood out big time, not just in terms of point total, but, you know, he played on offense, I thought he played a very patient tempo with his team. He works really well with Vargas, at least he did tonight. Those two, and they weren't the only two, but Reisdorf just had this way of finding his open space on the floor, getting open for easy passes inside. You look at the shot chart, almost all of his points were inside the paint, right at the basket. So it takes a smart player to be able to get himself in a position like that. Of course, having good team play on the other end helps as well. But and then Reisdorf, we mentioned him defensively. you know, you always see him in the paint crashing the boards and playing good, strong defense. He's quick, he's athletic, has good hands. And, yeah, his production tonight and just really all facets of the game was just pretty outstanding and certainly deserving of player of the game.
Absolutely. Congratulations to Rhett Reisdorf once again with 22 points on tonight's game and the Honda Outdoor Ski and Sports Store player of the game. Well, that's going to do it for us here at Show Low High School. I want to thank the White Mountain high school production team from Show Low High School for helping us bring video coverage on italk1067.com. I want to thank Ashley back at the studio on the radio side, producing things back at the station. And for our executive producer, Camden Smith, and my partner here, Punk Cooley, I'm Mike Renio saying good night, and we'll see you next week.